Welcome to Seasons of Skyrend. I am your host and DM, Scott.
Hi, my name is Nate.
My name is Shannon.
My name is Chris.
Hachimachi, that's not how I thought we were starting things out.
Hey, we're always good for an unexpected decision.
To draw your little distinction for you,
Mm-hmm.
I do want you dead.
If we survive this, we will try and find them.
Oh god, this is so stupid.
Well, everybody fails until they don't.
Fair point.
My favorite part of this fight is the looting kangaroo on the other side of the room.
You are persistent. I like that about you. And I have to admit, you surprised me, which I like even more.
Seasons of Skyrend is a custom D&D podcast with new chapters every week. Join us as we fight gods, governments, and disasters of our own making. Look for us wherever podcasts are found and on Twitter at Skyrend Podcast, where the story will always continue.
Welcome one and all to Merely Role Players, where theatrical people play role-playing games. My name's Matt, I'm your compere for this Backstage episode from Deja Vu. Round the table we have Ellie.
Hello.
Alex is here.
Hello!
Josh is also here.
Hello!
And last but not least, hello, welcome Dave.
Hello!
Dave, we're going to talk mostly about you this episode.
Fabulous.
And all of your exploits from the various seasons you've been in. So you've been in 4 of the 9.
Yeah, it felt like more than that, and then I realised that's because the space one was 2.
Yes, you were into 2 out of the 3 parts of that story. So you were in the space series, you were in Parallax, Core and Converging.
Yep.
So remind the listeners what else you've been in.
I've been in the heist episode.
Yeah.
I think it's referred to as Crash Bang Wallop, What a Heist. And I went on 5 Go Exploring.
Yeah.
Looking for, I can't even remember what we were trying to do. Smugglers?
I think you
We're trying to do smugglers!
Brilliant. I remember you.
That might be what Dave was trying to do.
That's not the body count.
I think your main goal in that season seemed to be to find a chute to slide down.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did want to slide down a chute. And I've been on the Survival Island.
Yes. You were a member of the... You were the Viola,
Yeah.
the Viola crew, the second crew. So, you clearly have very strong and enduring memories of all of these.
Yeah, can we get it out there that I've got a terrible, terrible memory for everything, so this is going to be a real struggle.
Well, I mean, bearing that in mind, that almost lends this extra weight. What does stick in your mind about what you've done on the show?
Now, luckily, I've gone last in the... so to peel back the curtain there, I've gone last in the circle here, so a lot of the things I now remember have already been brought up. And it made me think we didn't really talk about any memories from the 5 Go Adventuring series. And I thought, God, what happened in that? And then I thought, loads of really good stuff. I shot a flare in the air.
You did?
Chris tried to have
really
sex
good
with...
stuff.
Chris tried to have sex with 2 old ladies.
In the back of their
And
van.
he weed so hard a urinal fell off a wall.
And you know what?
Just for disambiguation, that was Chris Starkey.
Yes.
Oh, of course, yeah. We wouldn't want to drag any other Chris's through the mud. So actually, loads of good stuff happened in that one. And in the space episodes, I really remember Ellie trying to kill me. And the kind of finale of the second act, when there was kind of a big fight and we all kind of ran back to the ship together. That was quite a nice moment.
I think Vicky had to carry you.
Yes, because Ellie had again tried to kill me. And
Well,
also...
I've been metaphorically carrying Dave through 2 seasons of that point.
And going to the Let's Get Gideon, the heist, I remember my interactions with a lovely lady when I went on a date.
The Lion King and then a bar.
Yeah, a normal date.
You did a striptease and you slut dropped onto her mobular telephone. in order to steal it with your bottom.
Normal behaviour for normal people.
You licked her papery hand.
You've got such a dexterous derriere to be able to do that.
Strong core.
And then, if I remember right, you were left high and dry, mostly nude on the bar, and it turned out that everybody else in the bar was like a generic goon who was going to try and capture you.
Yes, and I had to run basically down what was, I assume, the strand in my pants.
Were you still clutching her telephone between your cheeks at that point?
No, I think I lost it, didn't
Yeah,
I?
I don't think it was
remember being able to keep. I
successful.
don't think it was a successful extraction.
Yeah, those were definitely memorable interactions for me as well.
But I really remember the first space adventure where it was just me and Ellie and making friends with Bing and jettisoning all the dogs out of the back of the car, the space car that we were in.
The space car. You jettisoned the space dogs,
Yeah, I remember that very fondly.
Great decision.
No space dogs were harmed in that season.
No.
They all had rebreathers and little bubble spacey helmets
Yes.
for dogs.
And then they got collected up, didn't they, by the other people
Yes.
to distribute to happy homes.
Yes.
Yeah, after they bounced off their windscreens and confused
I
them.
believe that was the ploy. It was like they had to collect the dogs to rehome them, and that's why they couldn't
Yes,
chase you.
yeah, their compassion for the dogs overcame them.
Blimey, that was Matt being a kind dear if ever I've heard it. Wow.
So which would you say is the most memorable moment out of those?
I think it's probably the awful date, but it's not a positive.
No, it doesn't need to be a positive. It
just very
needs to be
memorable.
It needs to be the thing
Yeah.
that's left the strongest impression.
Yeah, I think that's definitely left the strongest impression on
On
me.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember listening to it well and chuckling heartily on the tune.
I think part of it was that it was so well described that I could very clearly visualise what was happening.
It's been very difficult to get it out of my brain, to be honest with you.
I'm surprised it didn't come up as all of your most memorable moments.
I had it in my list of things. I'd done some lists. I was trying to do lists for my own backstage episode, but I just ended up thinking of loads of things that Dave had done, which are very memorable. And you've mentioned all of them apart from thinking that everything should be brown.
Oh, yeah.
And you are wearing a very nice brown jumper today.
On purpose.
On purpose, good. And also in the 5-Stage Rescue series, you kept saying, "That's a new smell." Everywhere you went.
Yep, don't remember doing that, but sure, that sounds like me.
There's been so many wonderful catchphrases that have come out of these seasons, haven't there? That will get printed on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, in which case, let's get Gideon. Your heist character sheet is going to get a +1.
Okie
Try
dokie.
and remember stuff from that. What about out of those 4, is there a one that you feel like you've got unfinished business, or stuff you wished you could have done, or something where you feel like the story has more mileage and you'd like to revisit it another time?
I think I enjoyed the parallax stuff a lot, and I would like to play more of that in general. But in terms of story, I think Gideon, as a heist team, has got more things that could kind of be explored there. As long as we were going to a completely different target and I didn't have to interact with the same characters again.
Yeah, they're true. I think we sent them to jail at the end, didn't
Good.
we? So that's fine. Okay, well, that gives you another +1.
Oh,
to
good.
your
Reliving
heist.
all my favourite memories.
Yeah. You're going to be... the heist is strong with Dave this season.
Good.
Yeah. What about... which of these 4 versions of you is the closest to real Dave, and which is the furthest away?
Well, that might even things out a little bit, I suppose. Because I think the furthest away from me probably is heist me. I don't think there's any world where I would
Josh
do
is strongly
any of the
Pressing the disagree button right now. I've seen you dance.
I suppose I'm also not a very cool pilot, so perhaps that one also. I think the 2 that are more grounded in reality, well, I suppose the island isn't grounded in reality, but the kind of, I felt very much like myself in that. I think maybe because with those 2 I was with Vicky, my wife, as well, so I think that made me more normal.
So because she's not here today, you've lost that.
Who knows what will happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my grounding influence is definitely gone. So I think Island me is probably fairly close to me, and 5 go adventuring. What was that actually called?
Stage arrest.
You nearly said it right. And then you corrected yourself.
That one was quite like me as well, I think.
Okay.
But feel free to disagree.
I think it was like you, but you wouldn't have actually responded in the ways that you did in that if someone had like gone missing. But I felt with the Island, because I think partly because your skills are skills you have in real life.
Yeah, I think that's it felt
it
more like
like it focused you more on who you actually are.
Yeah, I think so.
If I was going to get stranded on an island, I'd want you there.
Oh, thanks.
That sounds good. Okay, so you get a +1 for the island. What about furthest away from you? You said heist you, potentially?
Potentially, or pilot me, but again, I think that might need to go to committee.
I think pilot you was also quite like you.
I think if we were in that world, that is exactly what you would be doing. Like, nothing would be different. You would be doing all those things. Yeah. Whereas I think in any reality, you would not do the things that you did in the heist.
I think you know how to go on a better date than go the Lion King and then go to
I don't think
a
he does,
wine bar.
John.
Do you not? Oh, okay.
Well, we'll have to consult Vicky.
Okay, so we're happy to say heist me is less like me.
Yeah.
Yep. So
Sounds good.
does that then go back down now?
It goes back down to a +1.
Okay.
So it was +2. We're minusing 1 because it's not as like you. So yeah, +1.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then, what other genres do you wish we could have explored or wish we could explore in the future?
Comedy. I think people really need to try and make these funny.
Okay.
And there's been a lot of
We've never tried that before.
very dry episodes.
Very serious.
I think for me, I would enjoy doing like a post-nuclear survival type story.
Okay.
Fallout style.
Yeah, because that's something I enjoy in kind of... Well, I enjoy post-nuclear life. Something I enjoy in my kind of games and stuff that I would be playing and enjoying. So.
Okay, so like rebuilding civilization or surviving it after civilization has broken down.
Yeah, exactly.
Disasters.
I think there's a lot of stuff that could be explored there as well.
All right, well, maybe we'll see that. Maybe we won't. But for now, you're ready to start experiencing some deja vu. You've been listening to Merely Role Players. In this season, you'll hear Ellie Pitkin, Alex Pankhurst, Josh Yard and Dave, Chris Starkey, Chris Buxey and Chris, Helen Stratton, Ellen Gould, Natalie Winter and Strat, all playing various versions of themselves, along with special guest appearances by Ellie Pitkin as Nia and the Space Jam Continuum podcast's Chris McLennan as Candice. I'm Matt, and I edited and produced the season, wrote and performed the theme music, and designed and ran the game we're playing. Like most of our games, this one's powered by the Apocalypse. You can find more games in this genre at apocalypse-world.com/pbta. If you enjoy Merely Role Players, let us know with a review or rating on Apple Podcasts, Podchaser, or wherever you do your listening. You can also find us on Twitter at Merely Roleplay, at facebook.com/merelyroleplayers, and at merelyroleplayers.com. Merely Role Players is an independent production in association with Blackshaw Theatre Company. Join us for more drama next episode.
Here we go again. You're welcome.
She's been sitting on that for like an hour and a half. I'm going to write it down.